I was like, drinks the whole gallon of milk.
It's
the boys.
The worst fucking intro ever. What's up?
Currently suffering from the side effects of my anxiety medicine. So I'm gonna be weird today, but I'm downing some milk to sober up for the sake of this.
High as fuck doing this. Apparently,
it's been an hour since Shane got here, and we're just getting started right now. So I'm on a trip. What's good though?
Hydrocodone, bro. What's up?
Chilling.
We're I'm good, man. What's up?
Nothing, bro. My life sucks.
holy shit. Well, what have you been doing since the last time I seen you? It's been a week. Well,
we all know that I don't do much. One, because I have a shit ton of anxiety. Two, because you work all the time.
So
that fucks up my schedule.
So if I'm working, you don't do anything.
Yeah, your schedule fucks up my schedule because you're involved in my schedule. You feel me?
Why don't you do things other than like hang out with me?
Like what? Name one thing that I should do without you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know, man.
Like straight up, like I'd be down to go like play basketball and shit without you at my fucking.
Just cross some people up at your neighborhood.
But I don't know anything about basketball. Like we just kind of shoot hoops for the fuck of it. We don't really know the rules and shit. And everybody that's like 13 years old in this neighborhood is like professional NBA fucking basketball players.
We've met like 4 or 5 kids playing basketball that are like definitely just getting into high school that are like, yeah, dude, I've been being scouted out by these fucking colleges and
colleges.
Shit. Like, what am I listening to?
Yeah, for reals. So
my life feels like shit. I'm 21 and I'm like
nobody
chilling.
looks for you.
Yeah, and I'm not a fucking scout. I'm not being scouted on as a 13-year-old.
Speaking of scouting,
ooh, this transition.
You wanted to? You want to let them know?
I've been looking to getting into A&Ring, which is like talent kind of shit. Oh my. Same as fuck. Your dog is annoying.
I know. I'm sorry. Well, he's quiet now, so.
Getting into A&Ring, and which is like being a talent scout. Yep, a talent scout basically for like music and shit. But I want to focus on rap because that's what I know best and that's what I like the best. So I don't know, and I feel like I want to get into shit that'll help me with it too, like marketing. I want to go back to school for like marketing, communications, and maybe business, but I'm leaning more towards marketing mostly, and then getting some shit of communications and shit like that just to help me with it. And I don't know, it's just something that I've been thinking about and that I've liked. So maybe something cool to get into, and maybe like trying to pursue this will get me to like into something that I like really, really want to do and shit like that. But this is like really cool. Yeah, because the last
podcast we spoke about how we felt lost. I mean, it got really dark on your end, so that's pretty good stuff to hear. Like 1 week later, it's like
it's cool that I'm
kind of like snapped into something already.
Yeah, it's cool that I actually have something in mind that I want to pursue, and maybe it might not be my end goal. Like that's not what's in my mind, but it's definitely something that I enjoy and something that I'm willing to like put in the work for.
Yeah.
So maybe in doing so, it'll help me figure out some other shit, and like I don't know, maybe I do end up loving it, or maybe I'll end up hating it, and like this is all.
Well,
like,
you kind of already have like qualities that like A&R would require, which is like you're up to date with music, you're up to date with like the underrated upcoming people that nobody really knows about type shit. So like you're already like at a head start.
Yeah, I really do enjoy. I don't do this for any other type of music. I only like really like rap. I love fucking rap actually, but like it's the only one that I actually keep up with and like actually go out and try and find new music and new shit like that. So yeah. But yeah, other than that though, like I don't really care about other music, which is funny.
Sorry.
If I can tell your mom to shut the fuck up.
Basically in Spanish, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Okay, good news, everybody. I'm like coming down from this because this milk. She's like, yeah.
It's all the milk.
Yeah.
No, but dude, speaking of like finding new music and shit like that, Tyler's new album. Can we talk about this
Tyler's
for a second?
new album?
It's really fucking good.
Hell yeah, it is.
I'm not really surprised by it because I've liked Tyler for a while. I mean, I kind of fell out after. I don't know,
you
the
hated
whole.
him.
I was super into OF at one point, and then like I just was like, dude, fuck all this at one point too.
Well, once the fan base got cringy, that's when you dipped out, which is normal.
Yeah, like I really liked him when he was coming up and shit like that with Bastard, and then when he got like really big when Yonkers came out, really, that's when he like started getting like huge, and then Goblin and all that shit, and I really liked those first two. Like I liked Goblin, and then everything else, because it took 2 years for Wolf to come out, didn't it?
Yeah, almost.
So, and then by that time it was already coming out. I was already off that whole like wave. Like I was like, all right, I'm off this already. Like I'm not like super into fuck God, because at the time he was like, I don't know if he was doing it purposely or that's just him. Like he was just super against the grain type shit. Like he was super like being off the wall, radical type shit, which is like. At the time, we were 16? I was 16, 17, so I thought that was like cool. Actually, not 15 or 16. I definitely wasn't 17 yet. But I really did. I was like, this is dope, bro. Fucking.
Well, not only that, shit. Like
but I feel like it very much appealed to that age group, though.
Well, not only that, I was about to get to that. Like, they were the first people to come up since like NWA to do shit like that, and that's what they were kind of like known for. Like, I don't know if you remember like their first interview with like Sway and shit. That's what Sway was saying. He's like, you guys are like the newborn NWA of this generation type shit.
He was like, not because you're saying that not music wise, but like. He said, in quote, you shook the game up, basically. Yeah. And then he really did. And I feel like that's why I was really liking him at first, because he was doing something different, even though it was very, like, cringy at points, or whatever you want to fucking call it. But it was something different that set him apart, where you're like, dude, that's Tyler, the Creator. Yeah. Which is, like, super important for music-wise, especially rap, when everything is so, when everything's so, like, saturated, especially now with SoundCloud and shit like that.
God.
But, yeah, I feel like that's why I really liked him at first, but then it got to a point where it was a little aggressive, and like I was just kind of, I don't want to say I was maturing or anything because I was still young, but I was just kind of off that whole wave. But this new album, man, like I feel like he's really coming into his own finally, like production wise, because he was always a good producer, but this is by far his best work.
No doubt.
It's really fucking good.
Yeah, I heard like 2 songs, like the first 2 songs, while I was playing Counter-Strike, and I had to just leave the fucking game and just like listen to the rest of it, because like for the longest time I've been feeling really like just like not depressed, but just very like how would I say this, like very gray. If I could describe my feelings, it would be like just gray. And like I heard like I was already like 4 songs in, and I was just like, holy fuck, this is like bringing a shit ton of color to like what I can see, like type shit, you know what I mean, and feel. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of the whole album. I haven't like learned any lyrics yet, or like I just appreciate that the musical content before the lyrics and all that. Like,
I've only did 1 full listen through, and I haven't listened to it yet, which I did maybe a couple days ago. So I'm not like really familiar with it still. Like
same. That's what I meant. It's like I haven't memorized anything other than like Who Dat Boy.
Yeah,
but
because that's been out for a minute. But like on just the first listen through, like the production of it was just really fucking good. Like it really took like that really surprised me more than anything, and just how like good his production has gotten. Just with his piano and the different sounds that he uses, and makes him sound good. And he actually like blended it all together through the
not only that,
album.
I know when he made Wolf, I know his ultimate goal was to have like an orchestra band type shit, like perform the actual like take his production shit and then turn it into real like organic instruments and shit. Yeah. And I know on this album he actually did, like I saw the Illegal Civilization trailer where they like show the actual process of this one. Yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, so like I know he actually like accomplished something that he wanted to personally do as a musician, which is like get with like I said, the band and just turn it into real instruments. That's what blew my fucking mind when I was listening to it. I was like, holy shit, like I saw the video, but now I get to hear like the studio quality of what he made, and it sounds crazy. Like nobody's doing that as rappers. They're not really doing that like today, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's why I really enjoy it as well, because I can tell. I can listen to it and I understand the amount of work that he put through it. Like just on the first listen through alone, like I can see like he was like really fucking trying to do it. And I didn't think he was gonna release another album like after his
Cherry
last
Bomb?
album. Yeah, after Cherry Bomb.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah,
there was no hype on it.
It was very negative around it. And like I feel like since then he was just kind of off that, and more so because at this point he's been focusing more so on his
clothing shit,
and like I don't even didn't he have another show coming out too?
Well, he has Nuts and Bolts coming out, but I don't know if he had one in the middle of it, but he did do podcasts and interviews and shit like that on his golf media app.
Yeah, so he's basically been doing like everything besides music, which is why I feel like he wasn't gonna make anything else.
Yeah, same.
And then he fucking comes out with this shit, which there wasn't that much like hype around. Like he wasn't like teasing this for like a year type shit or something. Like
the most promotion I saw was that this like news article, or a lot of news articles said Tyler Creator says something is coming, and that's literally all that. The only promotion that we saw, basically.
I didn't really hear shit until he was like, I think it was 10 days out or something like that. There was just a countdown of these bees, the little bees on his social media. That was like the only like hype or whatever. That's the only like shit that he put behind promoting it at first, which was like, it was cool and it was super like, I don't know. I like that there wasn't so much like, oh my god, guys, get ready, this shit's gonna come out soon. Like something like Ugly God's been doing, where he's been fucking teasing this fucking mixtape for like half a year now, and the shit's still not out. Like, or Lil Uzi's, which in his case, like his label won't let him put it out, but he's been saying it's coming soon for like a half a year now too. Yeah, it's just like I hate when people do that shit. Like, if you're not gonna release it soon, don't fucking say it's coming out soon. Like, because especially rap, we're so like, what have you done for me lately type shit, and if you're not releasing shit like that now, like rap is very fast food type of shit now. Yeah, like where you need like people. That's why people will upload so much music, because they know their fans, like that's what they want. If you're not releasing new music all the time, then what are you fucking doing? Like basically that's how the fans will look at it. So in turn, like if you haven't released shit, like Lil Uzi's last tape was like almost a year now. Yeah, Ugly Guy hasn't really shit besides singles, so that's a little different. But it was cool that, I mean, his hasn't come out for 2 years, which is like why, or like a year maybe, which is why I wasn't anticipating anything at all. But when it did, it was very surprising, which I enjoyed a lot, that he didn't put like that much, hey guys, a year from now this tape will be out. No, it was like 10 days out, this shit's gonna come out. It was just very subtle, and then it exploded. Well, it's like still exploding. It's just like people haven't really hyped it up that much. You know what's funny to me? How people like 4 or 5 years ago, when they were really blowing up, being like very against the grain, everyone hated them, and now everyone like rides their dick again. Like it's really funny how like people used to talk shit to us about liking them, and those same kids are like, dude, this new album is fucking awesome, which is like which is cool, because like it's obviously it's obviously different type of music, first of all, and like, you know, it's not the same like cringy shit that he used to say in Goblin, or very fucked up shit like rape a pregnant bitch and tell my friends I had a threesome. Like he used to say shit like that, and I get why people used to talk shit, but it's just funny seeing that like, the same people who used to talk shit like are like fucking with him super heavy now, which is cool. I mean, fuck you guys. I don't want anyone to not like him. Like, I'm kidding. It's cool. So I just think that was funny, and the same shit like with, I feel like that happened with Tyler when he first came out, is that same type of shit that's happening with X. Yeah, Tentacion, like that. Everyone's talking shit about him, like, or they love him, basically. And it's like, I get it. Like, the people still believe that he did like assault that girl, but it's been proven. I mean, he was charged with it, but he was never convicted. But here's the thing with that is that people from the area and people kind of like all over South Florida, like they know the truth. Well, because they know the girl. Yeah, exactly. They know the girl and shit, but everybody else in the fucking country is just everyone like, that knows nothing about him and just hears that story and then hears Look at Me is basically talking shit. Dude, I see. It's kind of like fucking sad that like there's like no more support, almost, in the sense when it comes to like a kid chasing his dreams. Like Tentacion gets so much criticism. I remember like when he announced that he was going offline for a minute, like on Complex's like Facebook page, the top comments were all like, good, his music's trash, he's a negative influence to everybody, this, that. I'm like, dude, half the shit that comes out of this kid's mouth is like positive, like follow the fucking laws of the universe and you'll get what you want. He's very woke, very like chill dude. Well, you know how he like, what we gotta remember is he's 19, he's a fucking kid, which makes it even better. Two, like, I get that if you're not gonna do any research about the kid, if you're not gonna listen to his actual music besides Look at Me and his screaming shit, if you're not gonna look into anything, I understand why you say that shit, because you're ignorant. It's all right if you're ignorant, but just don't get on your moral high horse and do all these tweets like, dude, fuck this kid. Yeah. When like if you've ever been to a show by him, if you've ever listened to him speak, 90% of like 99% of the shit that he's saying is very positive. He loves his fans. He loves his fan base. He's like always speaking to them. Every show I've ever seen him, and like all the shows that I've seen on the internet and shit like that, he's literally doing a speech, empowering kids, telling them to follow their dreams because this is his dream that he's pursuing and that he's doing.
He's also kind of like he speaks out a lot on depression and shit. I've seen his Instagram and shit.
If he grew up like with his mom not really being around and stuff like that, and like he didn't have a dad or whatever, so he's very like, I don't know, I feel like he was very misguided as a kid growing up and shit like that, so like that's why he lashes out.
Bro, he used to listen to fucking Blood on the Dance Floor. Like,
dude, yeah, he used to be a scene kid like us.
Dude,
we never liked that shit, but like, yeah. But I don't know, man, like it's just the same shit that was happening with Tyler, where they just listened to the lyrics.
Face value shit.
Because Tyler used to do this shit too, where he would do all these lyrics that were fucked up and shit like that. Which X doesn't really have that bad of lyrics compared to fucking the shit that Tyler used to say.
Yeah.
But the shit that X does on Twitter, on like these videos where like he's getting punched, shit like that, whatever. Like everyone's just so face value where they'll just be like, dude, fuck this kid. This story that I heard that's not even true, but I believe it because it's on the internet about him punching this girl. Like, fuck him forever. And then people just run with that. They're such like, no one does any type of like investigating on Twitter type shit at all or anything like that. They just like, oh, okay, this dude did this thing. One person said this. All right, fuck him.
Yeah, out of everybody that like speaks out to me in person about, or maybe just through like Snapchat and shit about the whole situation, is that like the girl has had a huge history of lying, compulsively like that.
Well, she started this whole GoFundMe for like getting her eye fixed or whatever. Yeah. And like the thing is, the GoFundMe got discredited and got taken down. She got none of the money because it was proven that she didn't get hit by X.
Yeah, it was another fight. Apparently, she got jumped by girls.
And it wasn't even
it pinned it on fucking X.
Yeah, because they had just broken up or something. He was just starting to get really big because
he had like 3 million. Yeah, he had like 3 million fucking plays on SoundCloud. She's like, "Fuck."
And she's done it before, but everyone wants to fucking. That's what I'm saying. Everyone doesn't want to listen to that.
I'm not saying it wasn't like. I'm not saying I'm fully 100%. I have all approved. I'm just saying everybody that's from the area where she's from, people that have actually met this girl and know her, they can confirm that like it was all a fucking.
And they knew her.
flop.
And they knew her and X before he was X type shit. They knew him when they were going to school and shit like that. Like, I know people that went to his high school, bro, that were like, dude, nah, that's not him, bro.
Yeah,
like, he wouldn't do that shit. And I don't know, bro. And the thing he was in jail, but he wasn't in jail for what.
I know why they do the connections. It's because he's a very violent kid. So they say, oh, he beats up guys like regularly. He can probably easily do this.
Does he though? I've never even heard about him like fighting.
There's several like fucking clips of him fighting a bunch of dudes though. And then in the No Jumper interview, he kind of like fucked himself over because he used like a homophobic slur. In his interview, he says that he beat up a fucking like gay kid in jail because he was like staring at him type shit. So right off of the bat, like people were just connecting dots and saying, well, he's very aggressive.
So this kid that he thought was gonna rape him, he beat him up.
Yeah.
And then
well, he asked him. Apparently, X asked him not to stare at him and shit like that, and he wouldn't listen. So he like took it upon himself to fix this kid up. But he just happened to use a fucking homophobic slur and shit. Even though he corrects it like 2 minutes after he says it, he says he's not like homophobic. But whatever. It's just that's just how people see it, and they. But
Tyler used to say that same shit too, and now everyone loves him. And like this is the same shit that's gonna happen with X. If he stays around and he gets big and he continues this fucking shit. Regardless of people talking shit like they used to with Tyler, like, because he does have a very loyal fan base like OF used to have, and the same shit happened, and now everyone fucking loves Tyler again.
Yeah, that's kind of like scary as a musician personally, like seeing someone blow up like X, and like the criticism and all the negativity is so hardcore that you're just like, you know what, I need a break from social media, and you're not even like famous yet. You know what I mean? Like that must suck. Like.
I think honestly it's the best thing for him.
No, for sure, but but I'm just saying like the amount of negativity that he's receiving is literally enough to make him like reconsider shit and like take a break.
Like he did his whole tour and his cousin got shot and killed, right? Is that what happened? Like his cousin got killed? I don't know if they died.
He got shot in the butt.
Did he really?
Yeah, his cousin. Ass? Yeah,
that's shitty.
And but he still pulled up just for support and shit.
But no, I know like he like canceled the rest of his
He
tour
disappointed his fans from
besides
California
Broward.
because he canceled the one right after he got knocked out.
No, he didn't cancel it.
He showed up and then he was
canceled it.
Yeah, something like that. Like he did it. He continued to do like the California thing, but he couldn't go back to that.
The venue.
show.
Okay, the next show.
We're getting into it about X. I hope you're listening, Tentacion, to this shit. Like straight up.
Everyone that's listening to this has turned it off because they do not like X.
Basically, they're like, you know what?
No, it had nothing to do with him. I mean, it did because he got punched, and that he got punched because of shit that happened with him. So in turn, yeah, it kind of was his fault. But he wasn't like the next show. He wasn't like, nah, fuck this show. I can't go to it type shit. He wanted to.
Yeah,
but
I know.
The venue people were like, nah, we don't want that shit around here. Like, take that shit somewhere else, which is understandable as the venue because you don't want that shit happening. And someone got stabbed outside the person that punched him apparently got stabbed outside the show, so they don't want that shit on their hands.
Yeah, I feel that.
So it's like, I get it, but to blame him for it's stupid. Which is, I mean, it's kind of his fault, but not like directly his fault.
True.
I don't know, man. Like I like him. I like his music. I like the crew. Like the whole.
Our friends have met him.
yeah, and I like the people that he like makes music with. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like
I like that he's very like versatile with his music. Like he makes
people think
all
that
sorts of shit.
People think that he only makes that screaming type shit where he's just yelling into the mic with the loud ass bass and the shit like that. Dude has like him actually singing over pianos.
Listen to the song he got knocked out to.
And he has like a bunch of shit where he actually is rapping, like shit like King, where he is actually rapping and shit like that. People are just doing zero like investigating.
You know what's funny?
Shit
like,
at all. So they're very like
people our age, like how do I say this? People our age when we were like a little bit younger, maybe like 3 years ago, like would complain about the older generation constantly bashing us when we were kids. Now those kids are becoming the ones bashing the new generation. You know what I mean? Or they're not even the new generation, just the people that are like 5 years younger than us or more. You know what I mean? They're like certain people are becoming those old people that they constantly bitched about when they were our age. You know what I mean? Am I making sense?
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, I see it happening with like kids that are older than us. Like our group isn't looking at like people like Lil Pump because he's 16. That's what. It's 5 years out, so that's that gap. For me, it's 5 years, and like, I mean, I don't really like Lil Pump like that. I mean, I don't think his music's awful, but I don't listen to him really. Like, he's whatever. Yeah. But I get why people like him because at 16, I probably would have fucking loved that shit.
Yeah, straight up.
Like, he's a 16-year-old driving a Porsche around and shit like that, and he crashed and he's making dope music apparently, like to them. So like, I get the hype around him. Like, but the thing is, for people to look at that shit and to talk shit about it and to not remember where you came from, how you felt when you were that age too, is. I don't know, it's very close-minded, which I try not to be, especially because I do love rap, and I love all kinds of rap. Like, I love Biggie, I love fucking Nas and shit like that, but I also love Travis Scott and the new shit now, like, and I like X. So it's like, to be very close-minded about rap when you call yourself a rap fan, and to, like, be like, nah, fuck this shit, like, it's not the shit that I like.
Not even just a rap fan, just anybody that likes music, and you're just gonna, like, pick and choose very like precisely what you accept and shit. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm usually maybe I'm the one that's wrong because I'm usually very open to hear anything, and I'll let you know if I support it or not. But like,
well, the reason I talk about rap being like that is because I feel like it's so fast food type shit.
Right, like, now, currently, yeah,
it's like you need to constantly like releasing music and shit like that. So I feel like the gap for generations of rap is a lot.
You know what smaller. I think it is? It's like
every 5 years there's a gap in like rap type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think what it is like it's like the same shit that's happening in Twitch and other places where it's like YouTube. It's like people are realizing that like it's more realistic now to make something like your passion. It's more easy to make your fucking passion work as a career. That like
well, there's so many more outlets now.
Yeah, it's but like you like yeah, but you can actually like get paid and shit now, which was with
advertisement.
Yeah, it was like really hard to figure that out like maybe 5 years ago when Tyler was coming up type shit.
Then we've had YouTube for a while, and YouTube 5 years ago you could still like, especially gaming too. Like YouTube is kind of getting their ad revenue is way worse now than it used to be.
Oh yeah.
But now there's Twitch, which we didn't. I mean, we had it 5 years ago, like with Justin TV, but it wasn't nowhere near as big as streaming is now.
Yeah.
And since streaming has really took off the past couple years, it's been big for a minute, but the past couple years it's been fucking huge, and every celebrity's trying to stream now. And like use that it's just another outlet to get your shit out and to make and
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like it is very fast food paced because now it's just like it's the easiest thing ever, and why wouldn't you give it a shot? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I feel like as Americans, that's kind of our culture anyway. Where we're always wanting
Starbucks on every corner.
Yeah, we're always wanting new shit all the time. Like, when's the next new phone? That's why we release a new fucking iPhone or like a Galaxy every year. Yeah, we always need to be constantly upgrading, constantly getting new shit. And then in turn, you want that from your music as well. You want new shit all the time, which is why I feel like it creates that gap between even someone 5 years older than us, and then 5 years younger than us, like Lil Pump. You know what I mean? So like, there's a gap in like rap every 5 years. Like there was the whole 50 Cent era with like the early 2000s, and then 5 years later, 2005. I mean, Kanye was just coming out, and so like you get the whole Kanye Kid Cudi thing after.
Auto-tune,
and then
Kanye.
Drake after. So like there's portions of rap where you can see the difference in between each one, which is why it creates that gap so heavily in rap.
Did you hear that guy from I think it's the guy from Pro Era where I think he's saying how like there needs to be a fucking divide in subgenres already because there's so many.
Because the shit that he was saying, that the shit that Kendrick and like people that are actually doing hip hop, that are actually sitting there rapping and bars and shit like that, it's not the same shit as like
I agree with his
Famous
statement.
Dex or something, or like I don't know, something like that, or Lil Pump again to like the new shit now where it's just like SoundCloud type shit where they call it mumble rap. Like Lil Uzi and Kendrick Lamar are not making the same type of music, and to call them both rap or hip hop, it can create that whole this isn't real rap, this isn't real hip hop.
I fucking hate.
We'll call them mumble rap because like we can't think of another name.
Dude, that's annoying.
The reason why I don't like mumble rap, like I get why people name it because they don't really have a name for the genre, but the reason why I don't like it is because it's just, I don't know, it just has this negative connotation, and it kind of, and Joe Budden was even saying this in one of his interviews, and he's a hip hop head where he fucking is like rapping with bars and shit like that. He's even saying the same shit where he says that it's discrediting, and you shouldn't name these artists because he names them artists. That's not what they are. They're not rappers. Yeah, they're artists making music, and to call mumble rap to discredit it, it's just disrespectful, because he's like, yeah, they don't even call themselves rappers, they're calling themselves rock stars. They're making, like, Young Thug calls himself a rock star, so does Lil Uzi. Like, they're not making music to rap, they're not calling themselves rappers, they're entertaining. Yeah. So to just be like, oh, this is mumble rap, this shit sucks, like, again, it's just another closed-minded outlook on rap and different shit that people are, maybe they can't do that hip-hop rhyming shit. Like, that shit's also kind of dead at this point. Like, you have Kendrick, you have Logic and shit like that, but compared to the 90s or the early 2000s, like,
you ain't no Slim Shady.
Like, yeah, it's not the same shit. Like, people gotta understand that, like, music is constantly evolving, and especially rap. Rap is always changing. Again, that's why there's a gap every 5 fucking years of different type of genres and style for rapping. And that's why Joey Badass was saying that, oh, you shouldn't just name it just rap or hip hop. We need distinguished subgenres and shit like that, which is what like shit like metal or rock has now.
Speaking of rock, can I talk about my favorite rock star ever?
Go ahead.
Mr. Young Posty.
Dude, okay, can we talk about Post Malone for a second?
Dude, please.
He might be the coolest person I've never met.
I've never met, dude. I know, straight up. I want to go ghost hunting.
And it's not just like the shit that he posts on his Twitter or his Instagram, because one, he looks ridiculous, but for some reason he's just so cool and laid back and just such a like nice and genuine person that it makes it work, and he looks awesome at the same time. He's so
happy with his weirdness that he it just looks comfortable.
And you and I have both listened to him on okay, so H3 Productions is like this YouTuber or whatever, and he has a podcast called the H3 Podcast.
They have, because
it's Ela and Ethan, but yeah. So Ethan is really good friends with Post Malone, and they've done 3 podcasts now together? Yeah, because they had that ghost hunting one. God. But yeah, they did like a few podcasts together, and like he's just a really He's just super happy and super positive, super funny, and like I just love him so much. I can't get off him. Like he's super. Like, I like him. He's
like a guy, dude. He's like our age, basically. It's just like
no, he is. He just turned 21.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's just like he's a bro. Like
I tweeted this the other day too when he turned 21 because he was tweeting about how he was turning.
Are you sure? I thought he turned 22, man.
It might be actually. I think he was 22.
He is 22. Yeah,
and like he tweeted that he was turning 22. And I was like, what the fuck? I thought this man was like in his 30s. He's 22? What the fuck?
He's crazy, man.
I don't know. He's awesome.
Best. I want to like... What would you do if he was... If he tweeted, hey, I'm in Wellington, hit me up. I want to chill or some shit. What would you like suggest you do?
Well, he drinks Bud Lights and he smokes cigarettes. I'd be like, dude, let's grab a Bud Light. Even though Bud Light sucks.
Buys a beer bong.
Yeah. Even though Bud Light sucks, we'll be like, dude, let's just grab a beer. Like I just want to like hang out. Like I don't even want to do something. Like I just want to like grab a beer or like a dinner with him or something like that and just talk to him.
All right, Shane's barely getting into drinking, so I guess it's time I break in why people drink Bud Light. People drink Bud Light because it's the cheapest way to get fucking lit.
Well, yeah. So that's why people drink Natty Light and shit like that too when they're in college.
Natty Light is like, I listen to fucking punk music.
No, that's more like Pabst, I feel like.
That's skater beer, dude. That's like, I wear Thrasher every day, so I'm going to stick to PBR.
Just drink like Corona or...
So that's why the man does that. The man gets his Camel Crush and he gets his Bud Light.
But the thing is he's not broke.
I know.
He's got a lot of money. He drives a fucking Rolls.
He's smart. Most people would probably...
You know why though? He was growing up drinking that shit, so that's what he likes now. And so he's still drinking that shit. Yeah.
That's such a Texas combo, dude. Fucking
he's from Houston,
Crush.
Right?
Yeah, Dallas. Camel
Dallas,
Crush and fucking Bud Light. That's Texas, dog. Straight up. But yeah, he's cool.
Dude, wait, hold on. Speaking of Texas... Which also speaks of Mexicans. Because you're Mexican, you're from Texas. What's up with this gnome thing you were telling me about, bro?
Oh, shit.
Because I don't understand it. I don't know if it's a cultural thing, like, for... I don't... You were saying it was like a Mexican thing, right? That Mexicans really believe in this?
I've asked Cubans. I've asked Puerto Ricans. I've asked Spaniards. Is that what you say?
Yeah, people from
Spain. Yeah, okay. So nobody else believes in this shit.
Okay, so what is it? Please tell me.
Duendes are gnomes or fucking goblins. Yeah, duendes is what they're called, and they're like this big ass like conspiracy, freaky thing that people just somehow believe. I don't personally believe in it, but the fucking footage that I see and shit just makes me crack up. Like, I'll show you some right now.
Wait, this one has 200,000 views.
Bro, this one has 2 million. Bro, this is the one I showed you. I think.
Wait, explain to me what this is.
All right, hold on. Let me put it.
You said gnomes.
It tells you right there. Fairies, gnomes, and elves are real. ... Dude, just watch.
Okay, explain to me and explain to the people that are listening because they can't see this video.
So there's a huge, like I said, like conspiracy myth thing that a lot of Mexicans believe that like. Gnomes are real.
Like what? Garden gnomes or like real life?
Like garden gnomes. Like a fucking mini person that they live in like huge communities, like under your house type shit.
They think they're alive? Like
they genuinely like believe this shit, by the way. Like I've joked about this shit around people and they're like, that's not a joking fucking matter type. Like they get
the fuck out of my house.
Like it gets real as fuck in
I hope
the field.
Gnomes get you.
And yeah, bro. So apparently like there's like rules to this shit. Like if they do certain things, like if say you wake up, this is what people have told me. Say you wake up and like, I know like if you're like tucked in like too perfectly and shit, it's like them that they did that. And like if they braided your hair, they're gonna kill you, which doesn't make sense to me because why wouldn't they fucking kill you right then and there? But there's a shit ton of claims that people wake up with braids in their hair and then they either go missing or they fucking die. I'm not making this shit up. If you think that I'm saying this shit wrong, then tweet at me after you heard this. But this is what I've been told, and I'm a little high on a fucking hydrocodone pill, Vicodin and shit. So I might be saying this wrong, but it's a big fucking real thing, dog. Like wish I was kidding, and a lot of people fucking really do believe this. So I'll just show you like a quick little clip on it.
You will get my live reaction because no one can see this.
Look at this small creature. God.
I'll explain what's going on. All right, so it's this kid playing around in a room, running back and forth. I don't know what the fuck he has in his hand. This is the worst quality video I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, this is really shit.
He's on the floor. He's just like throwing a ball around. What? Alright, so there's this little garden gnome in the back that's just sitting there during the whole video. And oh my god, you can hear him screaming. Look just one more time. Okay, says the video. So there's a garden gnome in the back that just all of a sudden
ups and fucking dips.
Is just floating in the air.
Dude, look at how casual he gets up though. Look at the little gnome, like just gets up and like
yeah, he just kind of shimmies away. Yeah. It's so fucking weird.
Like, how is that even scary?
The thing is like you can see like a shadow to the left pulling it, bro. I can see how it's fake right there. There's a shadow right there.
I see that. I never noticed
that.
What
the this is some bullshit. What the fuck?
Yeah, so
okay, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
A lot of people think this shit's real. I think because of like multiple videos like this where it's like
10 real goblin caught on camera. That's verbatim what it says. This is like they can't even word it right. What is this voice?
Fuck.
Can they hear this?
Yeah, the microphone will pick it up. God. Oh, dude, I'm not even fucking ready.
Dude, I can't. I don't know if I can watch this. I'm getting freaked out.
Oh, the acting's on point. They stop at the corner.
Stop it, bro. This is the dumbest. Okay, listen, you guys gotta watch these videos on your own because this is the fucking.
Did you see that little thing?
It's ridiculous. Why would they run towards it? That's how I know this is fake. If I saw that shit,
wait, well, how do you? Is that like a little kid?
Dude, yes. Look, it looks like a little 2-year-old or like a 2-year-old can't run. There's a little 4-year-old.
Look, there's that video we just saw. I haven't seen this one. This one might fucking scare the shit out of me. Look at those fucking dogs!
I hate this. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Oh my god, they're jumping over. This is so stupid. That's the best.
What the fuck was that? Did they just commit suicide? Hello? What is this?
Those are literally rabbits.
Or chickens or some shit.
You can literally see it has 4 legs that are. Oh my god, this is. Even watching this, just the first like look through, I can see like how each one of these are fake.
I'm ready for this one, bro.
I do like how.
That one looked real.
I do like how entertaining this is, though. No, it looks like an animal. All these look like animals. They look like a possum or something, just like running away.
Oh, I love the creepy like audio.
I know, it's the best.
The shit.
He's about to turn the corner. Nothing's there.
Where did it go, dude?
I hate this.
So that's basically.
That's duendes.
That's duendes, bro. But I know.
What does that word mean? Like gnome?
Duendes? Yeah, it's a gnome.
Okay.
So
you guys gotta look at this show. Duendes. It's DUENDE.
It's so weird how like, okay, why would you casually be filming this at this angle? Like your kid playing, grabbing
There's
something.
a woman literally just throwing out trash just as a normal fucking thing to do, because that's what you do when you're a person. You do like normal shit like throwing out trash in the dumpster, and like someone's recording. Like, why the fuck would your thing be set up like that? Like, if that shit is, I don't know.
Oh shit! Something runs through the screen on this one, and it looks legit.
Oh,
look at that CGI, bro!
You can even see the fucking wall in the background like morphing and shit. Like,
dude, the CGI on this. Is that Zelda?
I hate this.
Is that Link? Little Link?
I hate this so much.
Dude,
this is ridiculous.
I know. And every time I asked other people that weren't Mexicans, they looked at me like they wanted to spit on my face.
What happened to them?
No, that aren't Mexicans.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if I said weren't.
I don't remember now.
I'm high as fuck. But yeah, so that's Duendes. I know you had been asking me for a minute, like what the fuck it was.
So we were talking about this, like I think a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, "Dude, Duendes," and like I didn't see any of the footage yet, and then I just saw it live, and I hate it.
Dude, I swear to God, everybody believes that shit. Tweet about it tonight.
I'm gonna ask.
Just tweet about it tonight. Just be like. Just ask some, be like, are duendes real? Or be like, I think I saw a duende, and then just watch the valley people be like, fucking shut up.
Dude, my girl's Mexican. I'm gonna ask her if their family believes that shit.
They probably won't because they're from Cali. They're
dude, she's
smarter.
gonna be like, dude, why the fuck do you even know about that? First of all, second of all,
breaks
it's the
up with you.
dumbest shit ever.
Breaks up with you on site. Yeah, you know what? I can't do this anymore. What else do you want to talk about?
You don't believe that? Nah, this can't work out. It's very real, bro.
What else do we talk about, Shane?
Yo,
Shane,
okay, so this you don't really
Shane.
care about this because you didn't play it when you were a kid, but RuneScape announced that they're gonna finally have the old school RuneScape on mobile. They're just now doing a beta for it, I believe. Like they're gonna be coming out with a beta soon. And listen, I've been playing this game since I was 10, and I've played it on and off. Like I still have it downloaded on my computer now. I played it on and off since then, and like I always thought like when I was a kid it'd be cool to like walk around and play with it, and they're finally fucking doing it. And listen, I don't think it's gonna be as big as Pokemon Go was, but I think it could be in that like realm of like blowing up, which I think is perfect for the game because it's been like on the down. I guess it's been having like a downward spiral since like ever now. It's like no one's even playing it no more really. Like,
yeah.
So I feel like I don't know, man. I'm super excited about it because like just to be able to walk around and like chop some wood or some shit.
Yeah,
like that
you're very. Every time I come over to your house, you're like doing that weird shit.
I just have it playing in the background sometimes, or like
my friend John used to get me into that game, but like I don't like that you have to sit there for like 30 minutes chopping wood or doing weird shit.
Well, it's an RPG. If you don't like that style of gaming, like I like RPGs and shit like that, and like grinding for levels, which is like why people play World of Warcraft and shit like that too.
Just farming shit.
Yeah, literally.
No, yeah, I played it and I got into it for a minute, but like all I did was like kill cows and shit. I don't know if that's
no, that's how you start off when you first were like playing.
So I don't know. I just never got it. It takes too much concentration and fucking dedication.
Yeah, it's like
two things that I don't have.
Same, literally. That's why I don't really play it that much or whatever. If I'm ever
that
playing
would be cool though. Like I know a shit ton of people who would get wet when that fucking shit drops.
No, because you can be like, I don't know, you could do like just be like on a train or something like that, or just like in the car or something and just be chopping wood or something. Like I don't know. I think that's cool. That or like fishing or something that you could just level up your like RuneScape character like on the go, which is like I don't know. I feel like that's like half the reason why people don't like it because it's very. You have to spend a lot of time doing stupid shit, and it's like an old ass game, so like that's why pretty much. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was cool that they fucking announced that because I'm gonna be playing the shit out of that.
Yeah, I know you will. God,
it's the worst. I'm excited though.
Gosh, fuck. I'm still really high. I feel it. It's fucked up. This is the price I pay to try to relieve some anxiety.
Same as fuck.
Shit. So what else, dog? What else is popping? You said you wanted to be an A&R. We already covered it.
Yeah, I want to go back to school. I wanted to talk about because I haven't been to school in like a year now. I think it's been like almost a full year, and I don't really. Like, I know I still gotta take my math and English type shit like that, but, like, I would love for, like, anyone to give me any sort of feedback that was getting into marketing or communication who has ever, like, been in the music type shit with A&Ring or just, like, around music people that know that shit. I would love for any type of feedback or just advice or anything like that that'll help me, like, kind of, like, I know I gotta start, like, going to way more shows, talking to way more people about shit. I know that's like one of the big steps, but I would love for like any type of feedback or help with like getting into this shit. 'Cause I'm just getting my feet wet with this, so I don't really know what to really do.
Well, I've been to several studios, like professional, like you're in the booth with like a fucking Grammy nominated winning fucking producer engineer. So usually in studios they'll have random A&Rs kind of like walk in type shit. They're not like, there's no such thing as like a regular like A&R at a studio. Like obviously maybe one or two they just happen to live in the city, but I've been in the literally in the booth, while outside of the booth there's like a fucking A&R from Atlantic Records talking to my friend Kent while I'm tracking type shit. So it's a really interesting job. They basically give you like, which you gotta be like super knowledgeable of the music industry and how it works, the inside and out. And basically what you're doing is, one, like scouting for talent, which is like that's the fucking foundation of being an A&R. But you kind of like have to sell a pitch almost at the same time, because through a rapper's perspective, like getting signed is a huge no-no and a huge nightmare. Not even just through a rapper, like contract bands and shit like that. People just want to fucking flake on it. So you got to build trust with this person. Like it's a huge like process, but it's nothing major. You know what I mean? It's like you see talent in this kid, so you have to like kind of like become his friend and his mentor. At the same time as like convincing him like what you and the label that you're working for can give to them, because like when I started rapping, I didn't believe in myself to begin with. It's just why I probably never got a fucking deal of any sort, which is like, I don't want to sound cocky or anything, like, which is what was happening when we were already in the studios. We were getting offers and shit, and like Kent and I would like leave the studio like super pressured into thinking like, what are we gonna do? Like, we're not ready for this shit type shit. So what I'm getting at is like, it's interesting. It's almost like you're not making friends, but you're like pushing the limit. You gotta like find a way to push this person to like give in to, one, releasing like his highest quality music, two, believing in himself enough to get signed, and then three, like sealing the deal type shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a weird process that like, it's just cool. All the A&Rs that I've met were always like very like chill, spiritual. Like they just drop their, not, I wouldn't say there's no professionalism, but like as soon as like the comfort is there, they're just like, it's like a friend. It's like, fuck this, fuck that. Like, I smoke weed, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
I was looking into it. When I was looking into it, really the descriptions that I was reading was, one, finding talent, and then two, like helping them develop their like sound and like get a full project together to release to people, and then like sign under that or something like that, or to basically get their name out and like, because that's your artist technically, because you're the one that found them and got this on their label or whatever, and got them with this, whatever they're doing, like trying to release an album, and they need a label to release it under to get the music to like
it's a huge business thing. At the end of the day, like, you gotta, I don't know, bro. It's hard to explain, because I've been there, and I've already like I've had before I left to Texas, like the first time that I was recording, like I had a A&R from Sony, Universal Records, my bad, like come to my house to talk to my family, to tell them that like, your son has like a fucking $1 million idea with this whole obscene thing. Like, we need to work together because I told them, I told the A&R, I was like, my family definitely does not think that I can even make fucking $5 from music, just because my parents have never been exposed to that. My parents don't even go to concerts. They've never like been to concerts type shit. So like, they view music as like a hobby more than like a career. Mm-hmm. They don't think you can get money through that. So the A&R came to my house, and like, my dad was shook when he heard the news and shit like that. So like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's just weird, bro. It's like, it's a weird field of work for sure. It's cool though. I wish I like, if I ever gave up on trying to make music, that's probably the next move that I would take.
Yeah, I love the music industry, and I love rap music.
There's a lot of traveling. Like, there's a lot of traveling.
Yeah, and that sounds awesome too. Like, getting out of Florida sounds fucking sick.
Yeah, my the fucking A&R that Kent wanted to work with, we had just met up in Miami for this new studio with fucking Tory Lane's engineer, and the fucking A&R had just gone from Cali to New York to Atlanta, and then like, but like, not just because this flight takes him, they're like, he had other artists to see.
Yeah, the artists in New York, Atlanta, and in LA that he has to see that week.
The A&R brought his cousin, who she was just learning, like straight up, she's just learning. And like, she's basically a fucking intern, and like, she had T.I.'s phone number like at her dispense. Like, she's like, yeah, I talked to T.I. I'm actually like kind of like his therapist. Like, cool ass people is what I'm saying.
The thing that I'm worried about is, because I don't really know anyone that's doing that stuff, so it's hard for me to get my foot in the door, which is why I'm gonna go back to college and have that foot in the door, which would be a degree in marketing or communications or something like that, which would like help me get my foot in the door and meet people. But like, really, I just really need to start going to shows for local. But the thing about I don't know about South Florida though. Like, that's the thing.
South Florida's big. The thing is, that's the thing, dude. That's the hard part.
But none of those people.
But think about it. If you lived in LA A&R, that's oversaturated. Just as much as it's saturated with fucking rappers right now over there, it's gonna be saturated twice as much with fucking managers and this and that and this and that and this. Like, I don't know, man. It's such a weird. You gotta like find like the next big thing from your city. Start there. And like
but how do I even find that? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Well,
I'm just now getting into the process of all this.
The real honesty the real honest truth is that like sorry, I got a text. They start off A&R start off at like open mic events at fucking like small places and shit, and they gradually grow up because that's where you got to start from the bottom of the bottom. Like I actually. My friend's like fucking. My friend used to date Vanilla Ice's daughter, and he got the inside scoop of how Vanilla Ice ever got fucking discovered. And the story is, I might get sued for this. The story is that Vanilla Ice was just a server at this bar, a waiter or whatever, and they were trying to promote open mic nights because it used to be karaoke, but they wanted to change it to like open mic to like rappers and shit because this is when hip hop was like. Barely even the thing.
90s, right?
Yeah, so Vanilla Ice was one of the first to step up to start freestyling at these things, and there was a fucking A&R there who was barely like starting out, but the A&R had a connection to Sony Records, and then just like that, like overnight type shit because of a fucking open mic that was failing. You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. Like you gotta start.
You know that motherfucker comes to my Starbucks.
Yeah, he goes everywhere. He's everywhere in this.
So funny.
He used to go to Vans all the time.
He comes to the drive-thru in his big ass truck with him and his wife, and he orders fucking coffee. And apparently, he's always nice to me every time I've seen him. But apparently, he's a dick to like everyone. But like, he's nice to me. You know why? He doesn't want to be like recognized. I feel like if you just treat him like a person, because everyone like you see him, he's like, oh,
he's like an icon though.
It used to be, not now, but like yeah, I know what you mean. Like he's there, he's very recognizable. So like
yeah,
I feel like if I was like that too, and like people were just saying, dude, you're the dude who made Ice Ice Baby, and that's the only song, you're a one-hit wonder. So that's the only song you're known
yeah.
for. I would hate that shit too, but like since I just treated him like a customer, just treat him like another fucking person. That's why I feel like he likes me. Because every time he sees me, he's like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, which is like
your
weird.
name. Hey, do you want a Maserati?
Would you like this truck? I'll just get out right now. Just hop in.
Oh man.
No, I think it's something that I actually enjoy. Something that I'm willing to put the time and effort into working and getting it, pursuing it. But it's
so
always the hardest thing is always starting off.
Yeah. So what it sounds like, it's. Hit your boy up on Twitter if you got the scoop on how to start his A&R career.
Any type of any type of shit that you can give me, any type of advice, I would very much appreciate the advice because I would love that shit, and I'm very excited for this. So help your boy.
Maybe
out.
Even if it's not like what the deal is with A&R, if you know about like open mics or like anything,
just put me on some shows that are coming out or like anything like that. So I don't even know when I know when some shows come out. But I'm not like, because we're in West Palm, so we don't have a lot of shit playing.
Those like rap things in Orlando with like KDN and shit, those are perfect. You know what I'm talking about? Like
I love that you drop names all the time. It's the best.
Is that a bad thing?
I don't know. It's not a good or a bad thing. I just like that you drop them all the time.
Like those shows in Orlando.
I know. There's this thing coming up in Miami that we should really go to. It's this art. I forget what it's called. Anyway, I know it's in Miami, and I know it's like an art thing where there's gonna have 50 different visual artists selling their shit, promoting their shit. Artists is in like art, like drawing and shit like that. But at the same time, they have like a few people performing. They have Young Thug, Famous Dex, Space Ghost Perp. I'm wet. I want to go to this so badly, and I was messaging you guys about this earlier, and none of you fucking said anything about it. None of you support my dreams. I get it. Fuck you guys. You aren't perfect.
Okay, hold up. I have been really fucked up on these pills lately, and I'm trying to get sleep. I'm trying to get my sleep schedule fixed. Yesterday,
you're trying to tell me you don't want to see Young Thug?
I'm down, dog.
Or Famous Dex?
I'm down as fuck.
The greatest rapper ever.
He's literally the best. I don't know a single song by him, but I like his whole soul.
He's super positive. I love it. I want to sign Famous Dex, even though he's signed to Rich Forever.
Hook your boy up with a fucking job.
Rich the Kid just needs to employ me for Rich Forever, and I will get every next Famous Dex if that's what he wants.
It's what?
Ooh.
So yeah.
No, you know what we should talk about too?
What?
McGregor versus Mayweather.
All right, let's get it.
I'm mad excited about this fight. I love this fight. I love Conor McGregor.
He's your dad.
He might be my dad, even though he's not much older than me. But we definitely look alike. I can see it.
He's definitely.
I've had people tell me this before, and I've always welcomed it. Thank you.
You also look like PewDiePie, apparently.
Yeah, fuck you all. I've said that.
Apparently we sound the same.
You know who PewDiePie looks like for real?
Who? Or what? Better yet,
Lil Peep.
Yeah, I see it.
If PewDiePie got a bunch of face tattoos and just looked insane, like he's been doing coke for 10 years, he would look like Lil Peep. Anyway, Mayweather McGregor. Okay, listen, I'm a super huge McGregor fan. I think he's hilarious and he's an amazing fighter. I love it. He's gonna get his ass kicked to Mayweather because it's just a straight up boxing fight. The thing is, hold on. I think McGregor, if he comes out strong, comes out fast, because boxing typically you don't really get your you start slow in boxing. You're really like feeling out the person and stuff like that in boxing. By round 4 or 5, you're really getting into your groove, and you're really like, that's when you're starting to like actually get into your like punches and shit like that. But the first like couple rounds is feeling it out. It's only like what 2-minute rounds, right? It's not 5-minute rounds.
So. Yeah.
So for the way that McGregor wins rounds, not the fight, wins rounds, is he comes out strong, surprises Mayweather because it's a different fighting style for like MMA and boxing, of course. So that's how he'll win rounds. I don't think that it's a very, very, very slim chance that he'll win. I think he does have a chance if he knocks him out. But he's not going to go 12 rounds and beat him in the decision. It's not going to happen. Mayweather's too good of a boxer for that. And the thing is McGregor's been strictly boxing for just like, what, this year? Like, he's been boxing like his whole life because he's a UFC fighter. But like, he's been doing MMA more so than boxing. Like,
yeah.
So, I don't know. I really love McGregor, and I really wish he would win because I don't really like Mayweather. He's a woman beater, which is super uncool.
Oh, but, what? He has
there's been multiple...
I didn't even know this.
Yeah, it's a known thing. Like, it's like he's definitely done it type of shit. Like,
shit.
But, I'm super excited for this fight. It's going to be the biggest fight ever. It's already projected to be better than Mayweather versus Pacquiao. And regardless if you think this is like a circus fight or whatever, this is a circus act or it's just a cash grab to get money and shit like that, fuck off. Like, it's super cool. Like, a MMA world is coming together with the boxing world. For
no doubt. That's insane.
I mean, it's happened before, kind of, but not in this magnitude, which I think it's awesome. And for people to be like saying McGregor has no chance it's just very close-minded. You know nothing about fighting, basically.
Super squeaky chair. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Like it would be. It's just weird, bro. Because think about it. Like, an MMA fighter has more abilities, but he's getting stripped from that. And
yeah, he's fighting with a crutch.
Yeah, he's fucking.
Because if this is an MMA fighter, I think if this is an MMA fight, I think everyone can agree that Mayweather gets his ass kicked. Like, because he only knows boxing. McGregor would run him down, take him down, and punch him in the head. Because as a boxer, you have no takedown defense or any of that shit. You don't know how to really cover up on the ground. All that shit, like, he'll get choked out or whatever. Like, if this is a strictly MMA fight, like, McGregor kicks his ass in the first round.
No doubt.
But since it's a boxing match...
He doesn't kick his ass, he kills him.
No, yeah, he fucking murders him. At that point, it'd be like McGregor fighting me. Like,
yeah.
So, I don't know. And like, there was a bunch of stipulations where they have to use like the certain amount of gloves.
The ounces, yeah. He's like talking shit. He's like, we'll go 4 ounce. I'm like, is that a fucking real thing?
Nah, because Mayweather's the one that made him wear 10-ounce gloves, so he didn't just knock him out.
It's just promotion. A little bit.
I don't know, man. I'm super excited for this fight. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
For anyone to be hating on it, it's just.
No, what I was gonna correct is that you originally said McGregor's gonna get his ass beat, but it's really not gonna happen. Mayweather's just gonna go into like full defense mode.
Well, okay,
McGregor has that fucking hard hand, bro.
Mayweather is the greatest defensive boxer of all time. The thing is McGregor, he's gonna find it very hard to hit him, and every time he tries to go in and go like to punch, he's gonna get counterpunched. Mayweather's the best counterpuncher ever. Mayweather's not gonna knock him out. He's not a hard hitting. When was the last time Mayweather
Yeah, I know.
knocked someone out and go? You can't fucking make it. Like it's been like he doesn't knock people out. He's gonna win off the most likely scenario is that it goes 12 rounds and Mayweather wins in a unanimous decision. Like McGregor's not going to land a lot of punches. The way that McGregor wins is if he comes out strong in the first few rounds and knocks him out. That's his only chance, which is possible because McGregor hits really fucking hard for a 155er, which I think they're fighting at 147. So because Mayweather is smaller than McGregor, but still, it's a very, very small chance that McGregor wins. But I would love to see it happen if he wins. If he knocks him out,
dude,
is McGregor the best fighter of all time? I think so.
Yeah.
Who has crossed over and fought someone that's 49-0? Because Mayweather's considered to be one of the best ever too. He's definitely the best defensive one ever.
What kind of Jimmy Neutron meets Timmy Turner ass fucking fighter?
I fucking love this. I don't know. If it happens, dude. I will get McGregor's face tattooed on my face. Like,
oh my god.
Nah, I'll definitely get a tattoo of him though, bro. That'd be sick.
Just dad on it.
Just a face and then just dad underneath it.
Once again, I'm gonna apologize that I'm a little bit lit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very spaced out, and I'm barely like feeling better. But I've been really quiet, so I'm sorry. I'm a shitty guest.
You're the worst. All right, listen. Next podcast, I'm gonna have someone else on. Fuck you. Come to my podcast with fucking
God.
You come to the blend.
It's the
high
boys.
As fuck, and you can't even record right. You know what, man?
Let me get a boneless. God. Well,
all right. This is starting. Tito's making noises and shit. I think it's about that time.
It's about that time.
Yeah, I think it's getting towards the end.
True. You close it off. I'm too lit to close things off.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to The Blend. Tito's high as fuck, and we will see you next time. I love your faces.
Bye.